Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be jumping into something that's probably already touching your financial life in more ways than you realize. We're talking about AI and finance, and you guys have told us you really love to understand these really complicated topics, but you want to do it quickly and you want to get like the full picture.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we're aiming for in this session. We're going to be unpacking how AI is changing the game in some pretty major areas of finance.
Mhm.
And these are things that affect you directly, like
Yeah.
literally how you get credit, how your money is kept secure, how trading happens, even how banks are trying to give you a more personalized experience.
Yeah, making it easier to manage your money.
Right. And we're going to be looking at real world examples, like specific companies using this technology and kind of what they're achieving with it.
Like, what do they actually do?
So just a really quick note before we jump in. Um, we do pull information from various sources to try to bring you the latest updates. Just remember that the AI stuff that we talk about in these deep dives is really for educational and entertainment purposes. Please use this information responsibly and ethically.
Yes.
It's not professional advice.
Yeah.
So get ready to understand how AI is involved in everything from like deciding if you get a loan to protecting your online banking, even kind of influencing that technology behind things like blockchain and finance.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Let's get started.
All right, let's dive in.
Okay, so let's kick things off with something super fundamental. Credit. I mean, think about how often credit plays a role in our lives,
All the
right?
time.
A lot of us use credit cards every day for just regular purchases. Did you know back in 2020, over a quarter of all payments were made with credit cards?
Wow, that's a lot.
It's huge. And having good credit impacts so much more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Like getting a mortgage to even renting an apartment or landing a job. It's kind of crazy.
It really is.
So how are things changing on that credit front thanks to AI?
Well, what's really interesting is how AI is making the process of like assessing how creditworthy somebody is
Okay.
smarter and potentially more fair.
Interesting.
Traditionally, some people might have been kind of overlooked by lenders.
Right.
But AI can look at a much wider range of information to kind of build a more complete picture of an applicant.
Hmm.
This can help lenders make more informed decisions and potentially extend credit to those individuals that might have been underserved in the past.
Okay.
It's about getting a more accurate understanding beyond just, those traditional credit scores.
Yeah, that makes sense. So who are some of the companies that are actually making this happen?
Well, there are a bunch,
Let's
but
give us some examples.
one that comes to mind is Ginger.
Danger. Okay.
And they're using AI to help businesses finance their tech purchases.
Interesting.
They say it's really fast to set up an account, and companies can get approved quickly for kind of flexible payment plans on
Right.
things like, computers and software.
That's cool. I mean, that sounds like they're making it easier for businesses to access the technology they need to actually succeed.
Yeah, exactly. It's about streamlining things.
Okay, so Ginger is making financing easier.
Yeah, and then you have Inova,
Anova.
and they're focused on using AI and machine learning for lending to individuals and small businesses that might not have the best credit history.
So people who maybe wouldn't traditionally be able to get a loan.
Yeah, exactly. What's often called the non-prime market.
Okay.
And their whole goal is to provide access to funds for things like unexpected expenses
Right.
or, small business needs.
Yeah, you need to fix that piece of equipment or something.
Exactly. Without creating like unsustainable debt, they're using AI to really understand the risk involved and make good lending decisions.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. And then there's Okraless,
Ocrolus, yeah.
and they're tackling this process of dealing with financial documents, which can be so tedious.
Right. It's a pain.
They have this software that uses machine learning along with a human review to analyze things like bank statements and pay stubs. And this helps speed up and improve the accuracy of deciding who qualifies for loan of mortgages, even those know your customer checks that banks have to do.
KYC, yeah.
KYC, right, exactly. So it sounds like they're making a really slow process a lot more efficient.
Right. Automating the boring stuff.
Yeah.
Another company in this area is Synaptic AI.
Synaptic AI, okay.
And they offer this platform that helps banks and credit unions make more transparent credit decisions while also aiming to reduce their losses.
Okay.
So they look at different kinds of data beyond just your credit history. And their AI models are constantly learning and getting better at predicting who's likely to repay a loan.
So they're looking beyond just the credit score.
Exactly. It's a more holistic view.
Interesting. What about Zest AI?
Zest AI. Yeah, they're also focused on helping lenders assess people with limited credit history. They use a ton of data points. And they aim to be really clear about how their system works. They even say that car lenders, using their machine learning, have seen a significant drop in losses, like around 23% each year,
Wow, that's huge.
which is pretty substantial. It
Yeah.
seems like AI is helping to make more accurate predictions about who's going to be reliable and pay back their loan.
It makes sense to use as much data as possible, right?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And in the area of credit decisions, we also have Secure.
Secure. Okay.
They have a platform that helps verify people's identities. They
Yeah.
use machine learning and AI to look at information online, offline, and even social sources to make sure someone is who they say they are.
Hmm.
This is really important for those KYC checks we mentioned and for preventing fraud.
Yeah. Very important.
Big companies like Capital One Chime and Wells Fargo use their technology.
Wow. So AI is clearly having a big impact on how we get credit.
Huge impact.
Let's switch gears a little bit to another super important aspect of finance, managing risk.
Risk.
In the financial world, being able to anticipate potential problems is crucial
Right.
for both speed and security.
Gotta stay ahead of the game.
So how is AI changing how financial institutions are managing risk?
This is where machine learning is really powerful.
Okay.
It lets financial institutions build these risk models that are not only more accurate, but they're also better at adapting to changing conditions. These models can analyze huge volumes of data to identify patterns, spot potential risks early on, and ultimately help with better planning and protection against losses.
Okay, so it's about being more proactive
Exactly, informed.
and kind of anticipating what might happen.
Managing that uncertainty.
Okay, so which companies are at the forefront of using AI for risk management?
Well, one that focuses on the insurance industry is Gradient AI.
Gradient AI. Okay.
They have AI tools for things like, deciding who to insure and managing claims.
Okay.
For instance, in commercial auto insurance, their technology can predict how much a bodily injury claim might cost,
Wow.
and even how likely it is to end up in a lawsuit.
That's amazing. I mean, that kind of foresight could be super valuable for these insurance companies.
Yeah, because being able to predict those kinds of outcomes can lead to significant cost savings
Right.
and better use of resources.
Absolutely. Okay, what about other company?
Well, then we have Workiva.
Arkiva.
They offer this cloud-based platform that uses what's called generative AI to help manage and report data across different departments,
Interesting.
including finance risk and even sustainability efforts.
Okay.
Their AI can assist with things like drafting documents, revising content, and even conducting research.
So it's a real productivity booster.
Exactly, streamlining those tasks.
Okay, and I think we have to mention Kensho Technologies,
Oh, yeah, Kensho.
which is now part of S&P Global.
That's right.
They've developed some really powerful machine learning and data analysis software
They have.
that can analyze massive data sets and use natural language processing to answer complex financial questions.
And pull out those key insights.
And apparently, after the Brexit vote traders that were using Kensho's AI were able to very quickly predict the drop in the British pound.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive feat.
Yeah.
It really shows how quickly and accurately AI can analyze those big market-moving events.
Okay,
Wow.
so Kensho is good at predictions.
Yeah. And lastly, in the area of risk management, we have IASD.
IASD.
They provide cloud-based machine intelligence for financial technology companies to better understand and manage risk, anticipate customer needs, and even help in the fight against money laundering
Yeah.
with their Sensa AML and fraud detection software.
Right.
It continuously analyzes data to identify suspicious activity and reduce those false alarms, helping to keep the financial system safer.
So from predicting insurance claim costs to helping prevent financial crime, AI is a really vital tool in managing these various risks
It's essential.
that are involved in the financial world. Now let's move into the world of quantitative trading,
Quantitative trading, yeah.
which for those who might not be as familiar, can you just quickly explain what that is and how AI plays a role?
Yeah, so quantitative trading is basically about using a lot of data to find patterns
Okay.
that can then be used to make trades. And this is where AI really shines.
Okay.
AI-powered systems can analyze these vast and complex data sets way faster than humans ever could.
Makes sense.
This leads to automated trading strategies where computers execute trades based on preset rules and the insights they've learned from the data.
So it's all about using data and algorithms to make those trading decisions?
Exactly, data-driven trading.
Okay, so which companies are making significant contributions in this area?
Well, one that stands out is Truid.
Truman.
They have a platform for trading fixed income securities that uses advanced analytics and AI to make credit trading more efficient.
Okay.
They even have this AI-powered fair value model price, or FVMP,
FVMP.
which gives real-time pricing on a huge number of corporate bonds.
Wow. So it's constantly learning from the market to help traders make better decisions.
Exactly. It's all about those real-time insights.
Okay, so Trimit is all about efficiency in trading.
And then there's Tegas, which is an investment research platform.
Okay.
They use AI and machine learning to create summaries of interviews with industry experts,
Oh, it's interesting.
helping investors research potential opportunities more quickly and make more informed choices.
It's like having an AI assistant that can go through all that information for you.
Exactly. It saves a ton of time.
Wow. Okay, so Tegas helps with research.
Yeah. And what about Canoe?
Canoe.
They're focused on a different kind of investment data, things like venture capital art and hedge funds.
Alternative investment.
Yeah, exactly. Their platform uses natural language processing and machine learning to efficiently collect, pull out key information, verify, and organize all the documents related to these investments. This data can be really difficult to manage.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So their solution really addresses a real need.
Makes sense. And what about Intera?
And Terra, yeah, they're an AI-powered investment platform specifically for real estate investors
Right.
looking to buy, sell, and manage single-family homes.
So AI is even in real estate now.
It's everywhere. Their platform helps with everything from finding properties, both listed and unlisted, to identifying market trends and even facilitating those transactions.
That's amazing.
It's bringing the power of AI to real estate.
Okay, so we've talked about credit. We've talked about risk management. We've talked about quantitative trading. Now let's talk about something that directly affects our everyday banking experiences. This kind of desire for more personalized service.
Yeah, personalization is huge.
Right. I think we've all come to expect a more tailored approach in a lot of areas of our lives.
Absolutely.
And banking is no exception.
People want that individual attention.
Right. And especially with so much being online now.
Exactly.
So customer expectations have changed a lot.
They really have a survey from JP Morgan Chase back in 2021
Yeah.
found that a massive 89% of people use mobile banking apps.
That's most people.
It is. And what's really interesting is that 41% of them said they wanted more personalized banking experiences and information.
Okay, so they want things that are tailored to them.
Yeah, exactly. They want to feel like they're more than just a number.
Right. So how is AI helping banks meet this demand for more personalization?
Well, AI assistants like chatbots are playing a big role.
CoCatBot.
They use AI to provide that personalized financial advice and natural language processing to offer like instant customer service, answering questions, resolving issues 24/7.
Right. It's that 24/7 availability that I think is really appealing to a lot of people.
Absolutely. People want help when they need it.
Right. So who are some of the companies that are focusing on making these banking experiences more personal?
One that comes to mind is SoFi.
SoFi.
They offer a bunch of online banking services, and they use AI for their virtual assistant, which is available around the clock to help customers with everything from checking their balances to asking about loans and even getting insights into their credit score.
It sounds like they're really using AI to provide that always available personalized support.
Yeah, exactly. They want to be there for their customers.
SoFi's got your back.
And then there's Chime, another really popular online and in-app banking service.
Yeah, I've heard of Chime.
They offer things like getting paid a couple days early and tools to help build credit. They also partner with a company called Fairplay to make sure that fairness is built into their algorithmic decision-making.
That's great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good to see that focus on fairness in the algorithms themselves.
Absolutely.
What about Affirm?
Affirm, yeah. They offer a bunch of financial solutions, including savings accounts, virtual credit cards, installment loans, and even interest-free payment options
Oh, okay.
for purchases.
So Affirm is about options.
Yeah, exactly. Flexibility.
Okay. And how about MoneyLion?
MoneyLion, their platform, is designed to connect users with a whole range of financial solutions, from loans and opportunities to earn extra income to even prize-linked savings accounts and educational resources.
Wow.
They have an AI-powered search tool that users can interact with to get personalized guidance and recommendations based on their own financial goals.
So MoneyLion is about finding the right solution for you.
Exactly. It's about personalized guidance.
Okay, so it sounds like AI is really pushing banking away from this kind of one-size-fits-all model
Yeah.
and towards services that are much more in tune with what people actually need and want.
Absolutely. It's about meeting those individual needs.
Now, with so much financial activity happening online these days, cybersecurity and fraud detection are so essential.
Oh, yeah. It's more important than ever.
Right. I mean, with all these digital transactions happening every second, people transferring funds, paying bills, depositing checks, trading stocks online, The need for strong security and fraud detection is just paramount.
Absolutely crucial.
So who are the companies that are on the front lines of this AI-powered security battle?
Well, one that's pretty interesting is Order.co.
Order.co.
They provide software for businesses to manage their corporate spending place orders, track them,
Okay.
but they also offer insights into how businesses can spend more efficiently and even cut costs,
Okay.
which indirectly helps with security by just controlling those financial outflows.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, having better control over spending is definitely key for financial security.
Absolutely.
And then we have Ascent,
Sense, yeah.
and they focus specifically on the financial sector, providing AI-powered solutions to automate compliance with regulations. So their AI analyzes all that regulatory information, customizes compliance workflows, and constantly checks for any changes in the rules, sending out alerts to make sure everything's accurate and efficient. Staying compliant is a big part of preventing financial risk and potential fraud.
It is. It's about being proactive.
Yeah, so AI isn't just about catching the fraud after it happens. It's also about helping prevent it in the first place.
Exactly. Staying ahead of the curve.
So now let's talk about a really interesting combo.
Okay.
AI and blockchain in banking.
Interesting combination.
Right, this sounds like it could have some really interesting implications.
It does. You have AI's ability to quickly analyze and connect huge amounts of data with blockchain's secure and transparent way of recording digital information. And this pairing has the potential to really enhance both transparency and security across the industry.
Okay, I like it.
For instance, AI models running on a blockchain could automate payments, execute trades, resolve disputes, or even organize massive data sets in a secure and auditable way.
It's about bringing those two powerful technologies together.
Exactly.
So which companies are working at this intersection?
Well, one that comes to mind is WealthBlock.
WealthBlock.
AI. They have a platform designed to make it easier for businesses to find investors.
Okay.
They use automated marketing and messaging,
Mm-hmm.
and they leverage blockchain to handle investor referrals and make sure they meet those requirements.
Okay.
Plus, AI helps to automate content creation and keep investors engaged. It sounds like they're making the whole process of raising capital more efficient and secure.
Yeah, so WealthBlock AI is about connecting businesses with investors.
Exactly, streamlining that process.
And then we have
Flowcost.
Cloak. They offer a cloud-based platform with AI tools, specifically for accounting and finance teams.
Okay.
Their solutions help with managing the financial closing process, automating the reconciliation of accounts, ensuring compliance, and improving collaboration. So they work with a lot of companies,
They do.
helping them to be more productive and accurate in their financial reporting.
Yeah, it's all about efficiency and accuracy.
So even in accounting, AI and blockchain are making a difference.
They are. They're everywhere.
It's pretty amazing to see how widespread this influence of AI is.
It really is, from credit to security to trading to banking. AI is no longer just this futuristic idea. It's here now, and it's impacting how we interact with money.
Yeah, it's a present-day reality.
Absolutely.
And as we wrap up this deep dive, it really makes you think. With AI becoming so integral to our financial systems, what new questions or expectations does this raise for you, the listener, about the future of money and how we interact with these financial institutions?
Something to think about.
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about AI managing your money?
Yeah, it's a big question.
What kind of control do you want to have? And how much trust are you willing to place in these systems?
Right. Are you comfortable with that?
It's definitely food for thought.
It is.
So if you found this deep dive insightful and you want to explore more about how technology is changing our world, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with anyone you think might find it interesting, and leave a comment with your thoughts or any questions you might have.
We love hearing from you.
We always appreciate hearing from you guys. Thanks for joining us
Thanks for listening.
on this deep dive.